All right, everybody. Today is Thursday, January 23rd. Can't believe it's already the 23rd. This month is only 9 days left in the month before it is over, the first month in the year 2020. So I'm glad to be here today. My name is Ron Deering. I'm coming to you from my home office in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. I hope you are all having an amazing, amazing day. Our weather is crazy. North Idaho weather is always crazy in the wintertime. It's raining almost cats and dogs right now. It's like 40 degrees and raining, and the snow's melting, and not breaking my heart whatsoever. I'm glad to see that. For those of you who are skiers, don't worry. This rain translates to snow up in the mountaintops. So I know a lot. My son and a lot of other people are going skiing this weekend, and that is awesome. But let's talk about today the biggest mistake most network marketers are making and have made, and I include myself in that because I've made this mistake myself. So, and I want you to, let's do a little housekeeping. Please share this out to your team. If you want your team to understand what the biggest mistake they're making in their business, share it out to your friends, people that are in business, whether they're in your business. Just share this out to everybody because I think it's important for people to know the things that are killing their business, that are causing them to not have the success that they want. So what's the biggest mistake most people make when they get into network marketing? And you're going to hate this. They treat it like a hobby. They don't treat it like a business. They just don't treat it like a business. I am so guilty of this. When I first started network marketing, good morning, Janessa. Good morning, Helen. When I first started in network marketing back in the 70s, it was a side gig, or the term side hustle, right? I was hustling on the side. We all make so many mistakes, but that's true. We do along the way. That's part of that failure and mistakes is what make our business go huge and through the roof, right? If we continue to grow from those. So Mr. Aaron Parker, amazing webinar last night. For those of you who want to see the replay of the webinar last night, just let me know and I will get you that link. But here's what, back in the 70s, when I first got started, this was a side hustle. And I'm not fond of that term. It kind of sounds like you're hustling people, but it was a side thing, a part-time job I was doing on the side to make some extra money, because in the military, I was getting paid in the beginning. My first month was less than $100 for a month, if you can believe it or not. But I learned very quickly I didn't take it serious. I took it seriously, but I didn't take it seriously because I wasn't a business owner. I didn't know what to do as a business owner. I didn't know, I was always at that point, I was in the military. I had jobs before that in corporate America, but they told me what to do. I came in, I clocked in. They said, okay, here's what we need you to do today. And here's, what you need to complete by the end of the day. And here's what we need. We needed the task needed completed by the end of the week, and boom, boom, boom. In the military, there were no questions about what was to be done, right? You performed the task at hand. If you had a mission, we went on a mission. You knew what your participation in that mission was. You knew what your job in that mission was, right? When I got into network marketing, it was kind of like, because people call it side hustle and all that, it turned out to be a hobby. And Aaron is exactly right. You treat this like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby, right? You treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. Good morning, Lily Superstar. Tony, good to see you. Thank you, Aaron. We're still pushing. We're going to hit 50K again this month. It's not over yet. So the difference I learned along the journey was, this is a business. And if I treat it like a business, like an entrepreneur would treat it, I get paid like a business. Who knew, right? So here I was in years down the road, and I'm struggling with success in network marketing and all these failures along the way. But I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get better and better. and somebody comes up to me and I hear that saying for the first time many, many years ago that Aaron just put out there. You treat it like a hobby, you get paid like a hobby. You treat it like a business, you get paid like a business. And I thought, okay, that makes sense. That just makes logical sense. And being the personality, the logical personality that I am. Good morning, Carlos Superstar. So proud of you and your team. Michelle, my great friends, Michelle and Jay from I don't even want to say it, that warm place, Florida. Sherry Beth, good to see you. Lily Romero, good to see you. Sue, good to see you. So we get into these phases in our business, and because we're not treating it like a business, we have these ups and downs, right? We're going to have ups and downs in any business. You're going to have ups and downs, and hopefully your ups and downs are going like this on the general trend of your business. But you're going to have ups and downs, right? That's just the way it is, no matter if it's network marketing or any business. But if you're treating it like a hobby, those ups and downs, those downs can be your downfall. Can be that thing that happens to you and you go, oh no, I can't believe it. I'm not going to re-qualify. I'm not going to this. I'm quitting. This thing doesn't work. Outstanding. I learned so much from my daily choice. Now I'm working to eliminate all of those things so I can focus in better on mentors. And so that's exactly what we do, right? So let's move on with this, because what does it mean to treat your business like a business? Well, first thing it means that most people don't get is you get up and you go to your business, you turn on the lights, you unlock the doors, you turn on the lights, you turn off the security, you get the cash tool ready, you get everything ready, and you take this sign that says close and you flip it so it's not open, right? That's a brick and mortar way to open a business. You need to do the same thing in your network marketing business. You need to set up every day and say, okay, I'm going to start my business. You know what your schedule is outside of your business, right? You know when if you're working a job, you know when you got to get up and go to the job. You know when you're going to come home from the job, so you can plan out your day. Now, is it going to be exactly the same every day, or are you going to have those times when you kind of get sidetracked or life happens and you get kicked off kilter a little bit? Of course, everybody does that, right? But the people that are successful, if you look at your hometown at the mom and pop stores and the mom and pop businesses there's one here, a restaurant. It's called Sargent's here in the Coeur d'Alene area. It's actually up in Hayden, the next adjoining town. But it's been here forever. Now, it's changed owner one time. Fortunately, the owner's name was Terry originally, and the owner's name now is Terry, so that makes it really nice. The two gentlemen have the same name, But the bottom line is, what made them successful is they got up every morning, they came to the restaurant, they opened it up, they did their work during the day, they did everything they needed to do to be in the business, and then at night they closed it. I think they were closed on Sundays. And in the beginning, they didn't. I don't think they ever did breakfast. They opened up for lunch and dinner, right, and so forth. But they had a schedule as a business, and they opened it up and they ran the business every single day. So many people in network marketing get up and go, hey, I love this. I got my own business. I have the freedom. I can do what I want. I can go to work when I want. That's why you don't succeed, because your mental attitude is, I can go to work when I want. And when do most people want to go to work? They don't. I'm guilty of that. If I could get up every day and go play, I'd probably get up every day and go play. Right? Although work is kind of my play, but the bottom line is, we have this bad philosophy and mindset that says, I got my own business. Part of having your network marketing business is I've got freedom and I can do what I want and I can work when I want. And so I work when I want. Most people don't treat it like a business. So when they want to work, isn't even close to good enough to be successful in the business. Now, let me explain to you what that freedom is that you get with network marketing or any home-based business is. The freedom is that if something comes up, if, my granddaughter's come to me 2 or 3 times in the last weeks and said, Bada, I'm having my concert, my spring concert or winter concert is February 20th or something like that. Can you be there? And I can say, hey, all I got to do is look at my schedule. Okay, I don't have anything going on. Yeah, I can be there. I don't have to go ask anybody. I don't have to do anything like that, but I can be there, right? Those are the sidetracks that happen in your business that when they happen in life, if I was working a job, I'd have to, oh, let me see, honey, I got to work. Let me go. Let me see if I can ask, my boss if I can have the time off and everything. That's the freedom, not the freedom of I can work whenever I want. You have to work and you have to put in the time and you need to be consistent at it and committed to doing it. But most people that get in these businesses don't. The second thing they do is because they don't understand business and they don't understand exactly what they're doing, and is that they feel like they're spending all this time working their business. Morning to night, I work my business, Rod. I can't, but I'm just not having success. And then I have to ask them, well, what is it that you're doing? Right? It's like the guy, the family that has their mom and pop business, and they go down and like, yeah, I open the door every day, but I haven't done anything. Nobody's coming in, nobody's doing this, nobody's, I don't have any sales and everything. Well, are you marketing? Are you letting people know? Are you out there telling people that you're open? Are you reaching out on Facebook and letting people on Facebook in this day and age? No, Back in the old days, man, the mom and pop store would open up and they would have banners all over the place, grand opening, and they would let people know. They would do profit-producing activities in their business all day long. But most people that say they're working their business all day long aren't working their business at all. They're on Facebook and watching cat videos or whatever. I don't know what cat videos are so popular, but it's like I'm reaching out to people, I'm commenting, and I'm doing it. So, they're not working their business. And the next thing, okay, so you've got to be, when you open a sign and you go to work on your business, whatever those number of hours are, if you're part-time or full-time, you need to be working your business and doing profit producing activities. Now, outside of your business hours, right? Like the doctors and the lawyers and the business owners, when they're out of the business and they're at home at night or they have a day off and so forth, they are learning more about their business, right? They're developing their skill sets. If they're doctors or professionals in that, lawyers and dentists and programmers, maybe whatever it might be, right? They're getting better at their profession. They're honing their skills. They're getting better at their mindset. They're doing personal development. Everybody should be doing that every single day. But here's what happens in training. People get trained to death. I was talking to one of the other 50K leaders yesterday, and we were talking about training and people getting trained to death. There's training every day. Every day there's training every week. We used to do weekly training on Saturdays, and I've cut it back to, twice a month, maybe 3 times a month now, because you can train people to death. They don't do anything. Carlos and I were talking about today, and he'll probably talk about this in his live today, but we both learned kind of a long time ago that one of the big things that you do when you train, let's say you go to a webinar, or you watch a training session, or you join a training session for your team, and that you ought to be taking a bunch of notes. That's a given, right? You take a bunch of notes, but you shouldn't go to another training until you've implemented something on the training you just got done with. But what most people do is they take a bunch of notes and they turn the page. Oh, I'm training again. I'll take a bunch of more notes. Turn the page. Boom. Oh, let's take some more notes. We got more notes. And they got this whole book of all these notes. And I've seen people say, yeah, look, I've got book after book after book of notes. And that's so great. No, that's not so great. What I want to know is, hey, I've got one book. And each page in this book has got the notes of something that I learned, I put into action, and I got some results in it. So you look, Ray Higdon taught me this a long time ago. He says, I don't take copious notes. I look for that 1 or 2 things in the training that I'm getting that I can learn and pass on to my team. I can't learn everything. I can't do everything, but I look at that 1 or 2 things that I can learn, put into play in my own life, right? Use it in my own life, and then pass it on to my team and help them do that. But if people aren't doing that, or they're just going to training, and they're not implementing anything in the trainings that they have, they're not treating their business like a business. It's just a hobby. And part of the fun part of the hobby is let's go to training and kumbaya, and let's all have a good time. And I love that about network marketing, is the community and the culture that you have. But if you're not learning anything and putting it into practice, then it's just useless training. I don't care how many notes you take, right? When you're in college and you're taking copious notes in the lecture that your professor's giving you, the only ones that matter are the ones that are going to be on the test. You don't know that, right? But you start learning. Then you take the test and you're like, oh, phew, I'm glad I did this. Well, you start learning, you develop this over time. That relationship with your professors is, okay, hey, he really hits on this area, this area. I'm going to make sure I take a lot of notes on this area and study this area and so forth. We used to have a course, my first year of college, freshman orientation. Part of what they taught was how to take tests and how to take notes and how to understand what you should be learning and what is just, nice information and not, pertinent and everything. Well, you need to get that way in your business. So you need to start so these three things I want you to take, and I want you to implement them. I don't want you to just take notes on these, right? These three things about your business that need to be a business. First, you need to treat it like a business in the sense that you need to open it up. You need to open it up. You need to turn the sign from closed to open, right? And you need to start doing profit-producing activities at that time of day. Now, it may change, during the day, and being an entrepreneur and working from home, you have that luxury to do that. But if you've said and you've committed that you're going to be consistent on doing 2 hours of your business open every day for profit-producing activities, getting out and getting your products in front of people, getting your presentation, making connections with people, developing more connections with new people, and so forth, then you're going to do 2 hours a day. And you may open from 9 to 10 or 9 to 11. Or you may open from 1 to 3, whatever it might be. And you try to do the same every day, but if you can't, you just make sure you do it. You just make sure you open your business. Then you sit down and you say, okay, the next thing I need to do is I need to start getting some personal development and personal training. I need to get better at my craft. I need to hone my skill set. I need to hone my mindset. And you need to start working on that. And the last thing you need to do is you need to cut back on getting trained to death. If you're not willing to go through a training and then say, okay, here are the notes I took. What can I implement this week? What can I implement before I go through more training and don't implement any more on that? Pick something out, 1 or 2 things, and say, okay, I'm going to implement these into my business. This is awesome. I love this. I'm going to implement this over the next week. Now, I might go to other trainings, or I might, look at them and look at replays. But I've gone to this training. I'm going to take these 2 things. I'm going to implement them. And before I get deep into another training, I'm going to implement this stuff here. And maybe you'll go to another training that is totally different than the training you went to the first time, and you can implement some other things. Maybe it's going to be in your personal development or, in your skill sets and things like that. But you need to get to that place where you are training, learning, implementing. And then the last step of that is teaching others. So when I learn something, when I go to a training and I learn something, I think, wow, what a cool thing. I'm gonna do that. I never heard of that before. Creating I heard something the other day and I probably have heard it before, but maybe it was just one of those things where, it was thrown up in my face again and I learned it again. But creating a short video, a generic video that says, hey, today's your birthday, happy birthday. I just wanted to wish you the best of the birthday, wish you an amazing and blessed day. God bless you and your family, and I hope this is the best birthday ever. And using that video to reach out to people on their birthday and send them that video. So what do you think I did? I went out and I created a video. And it wasn't so good, so I'm going to recreate it. But I created a video right away. I implemented it. And I'm going to start using that and sending that to people on their birthday. That's what you've got to do, right? Exactly. Implement your training in your business and then teach others. It's what Ray Higdon calls ILT, invest, learn, teach. Invest is go to training. Learn is learn what is important and implement it. And then the last one is teach. Now, John Maxwell calls it act. Apply something or other, teach. I can't remember exactly what it was. I got it in my notes. Act, right? Apply, change, teach. Okay. So I keep notes. Who knew? Apply, change, teach. But if you're not treating your business like a business, that's why you're not having success. That's why you're killing your business. And it's why you're going to get frustrated and end up quitting. This is a business. Now, if you're just wanting to make a couple $100 extra a month, yeah, you can probably do it as a hobby, right? But if you're looking to really create a legacy, really create a business, create $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 a month, then you got to think of this as a business. You don't got to think of it as a business. You got to treat it like a business. You got to make it a business. It just doesn't happen. You've got to make it into a business. You can't say I've got a home-based business unless you're treating it and working it like a business. When someone asks me, what do? I tell them, yes, I've got my own business and I work from home. I teach other people how to get their own business and how to work from home with some amazing products and amazing leadership and an amazing company. But I work and build a business. I love the fact. Good morning, Deborah, Joe, Sensio, Morgan. Good to see everybody this morning. Be sure, please share this out. Share it out everywhere. Share it to your team. Let's all work together and build a huge business, right? Now, we've only got about 9 days left in this month. And here's what I'm going to tell you for those of you who are out in the network marketing world and you're having amazing success. And those of you who are struggling this month because it's January and it's after the holidays and all that other stuff. Who cares? And I don't mean that meanly. I mean that with all the love in my heart, but it doesn't matter. Don't let your past become your future. Don't let yesterday become today. Don't let today become tomorrow. You can do whatever your goal was. You still have 9 days. I've seen people do amazing, phenomenal things in 9 days. It's just a choice. It's just a choice you make. A choice you make to be different than everybody else. A choice you make to be extraordinary. Not ordinary, but extraordinary, extraordinary. You can make that choice today. I pray, and I am praying for all of you, whether you're with the MDC team or you're not, that you take, starting right now, you make the rest of this month the most amazing month, the most amazing story that you've had to date in your business, because you put the pedal to the metal and changed things. You've done things that other people won't so that you can have what others don't. God bless you all. I love you all so much. I will see you on the next one.